Hi guys, and welcome to Swift Owl 7 Gaming. I'm Swift Owl. We're back for another video, and today we're just going to take a nice luxury tour to Orison, a place that I've only been one time, and I haven't fully explored the entire landing area. You guessed it right, we are on the 890 jump today. So we are taking off from New Babbage, charting a course over to Crusader and taking her down to Orison, and we will be exploring the shops and sights and sounds and tastes of their landing area, seeing what that has to offer. I've only been there one time, very briefly. I glitched out when I was there and died, so most of Orison is pretty fresh for me to see. While that elevator is on its way, we did name the ship. Let's see if we can see the name on the side here. There she is, the Cortland. I named my 600i as well, and that is called the Owl's Nest, and I wish I would have chosen that for this, but it is what it is. Let's head on up. Once we get up here, I need to transfer some inventory over to the 890 from New Babbage. That way we have a spacesuit and the whole works for our voyage. I don't have any weapons, so if we do encounter problems, well, I guess I have this, but I'm not going to take the arrowhead sniper rifle out because I don't have any ammo for it. So we're just going to throw this into vehicles. We got some food. I got ammo for a custodian, but I have lost my custodian. I'll carry the EpiPen with me. That's not EpiPen. It's a med pen. I think we have everything that we need. What else could we need, guys? We got our Origin gear, since we're flying the Origin ship today. So, let's go ahead and give this a try. I just put out a video about the 400i cartography table, how they changed the graphics. This used to be the old graphic globe on the 400i cartography table, and they changed it to one of those ring graphics. I thought it was a big deal, but it really was not. So my apologies for being confused in that area. We do have the 300i aboard this ship, along with the MSR Land Rover. So if we do make any detours along the way, we do have a couple of options at our disposal.
Core system deactivated.
Oops. Let's turn everything back on.
Origin shipports at your service. Core system operational.
You are clear to launch.
Here we go. Takeoff. Well, okay. We clipped something there. I was trying to get a cool screen grab of the landing gear going up, but that didn't happen.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Okay. You look like a drunken sailor here, guys. Let's get this ship stabilized, get the cruise control going.
Landing gear raised.
Okay. Okay, our orientation is correct according to our instrument display. We are going to chart our course. Let's climb at some altitude first here. So, one thing that you might notice, and I pointed this out in a previous video about the 890 jumps fuel consumption, is if you take it nice and slow out of orbit, it's not too bad. Now, if I increase my cruise all the way forward, you'll notice in the center how my projected trajectory goes down. I'm not climbing nearly as steep, nearly as fast. If I bring my cruise back down, my ascent angle is a lot steeper and I climb faster. So if you own a large ship, that is good to know. I am trying to get into my Moby Blast, and that was not it. Okay, let's chart a course over here to Crusader and to Orison. We'll slowly make our maneuvers. I think we have lights on, we can turn those off. We don't need them. Go. So now let's just climb to 11,000 meters and we'll be able to go to quantum speed. If you guys have been enjoying the videos I've been putting out on this brand new YouTube channel, I'd encourage you to leave some feedback in the comments about possible topics that you'd like me to cover, videos you'd like me to do in relation to Star Citizen. I'm open to any ideas. Right now I'm just bringing you guys along as I just explore everything this game has to offer and explore it in style. That's a beast of a ship. Oops. There I am hitting buttons. That sure looks cool. Whatever I did. Boy. Nice. Okay, we are at 11,000. We can turn off the cruise, conserve fuel, begin spooling the drive up, and I usually wait until it's about 50% before I put my crosshairs on our destination, because there's currently a glitch in the game where sometimes if the drive is not spooled all the way, at least for me, the calibration will go to 100%, but you're unable to quantum travel for whatever reason that may be. We do have the game glass on today, so if we need it, it will be there for us. I do need to adjust some of the controls on the game glass. They are not programmed correctly with the 3.15.1 patch. Oops, let's see here. We have to wait for 100%. Broke my rule already, look at that. Let's see if we can jump. Yes, it allowed us. Okay, well, we can stay up here and just stare at the same sight, or we can get up and enjoy this cruise to Crusader. We'll take just about, I don't know how long it takes exactly to get there, but find out here in a moment. So no real sights to see. The sun's in front of us. I guess we can go down and check things out below. Most of you have seen the 890 Jump, a beautiful ship. I will review this ship at some time, but during our journey, I just want to get a view from the front here. Look at that. You almost need a button to put some blinders on and some shades, darken the windows a little bit. It's a bright sight. I will show you a couple things that I've noticed on the 890 Jump that have changed, and if I'm able, I will put a picture up to show what has been changed on the 890 Jump. Only two little things, and you probably wouldn't notice it if it wasn't for you using the ship on a regular basis, or having watched multiple YouTube videos of the 890 Jump. I wish these chessboards had chess pieces like the Star Runner, so you could play a game of chess on here, because the Star Runner does have a working chessboard, which impresses me to no end. So the first change is with the captain's quarters. These are actually windows that look out of the captain's suite, if you want. Before, and I'll try to steal some footage from another YouTuber, I will credit them in the description. Before these windows, you can see all the way through, you can see the stars all the way through. If you're orbiting a planet or anything, you'll be able to see that through those windows. Before, these windows were the same material as the marble and golden floor inlays. So this was the same material as the floor, and I'm so glad that they put windows at least in one of these quarters. And it's quite nice, because even though the whole area is for the captain or whoever the VIP is, you can't see in. You still have privacy from guests that might be visiting you, or a family member that is using the suite. Presumably a VIP might not have access to the captain's ready room. They might have access to the captain's mess, to the bedroom, to the bathroom, but this might not be something a VIP has access to. So that's the first change that I have noticed. The second change, and this is the material that used to be this material over those windows inside there. The second change that I have noticed on the 890 Jump, this is one of my favorite views of the 890 Jump. The seamless stairs is so perfect, so perfect. They need a grand piano right here with a NPC playing it, or a self-playing piano or something. The second change is in the cargo bay of the 890 Jump. So let's head down to the cargo bay. Take a look. I think the fastest way is to go this way. I am still learning the best routes of this ship, though I'm getting better. So clean. Uh-oh. There's an area back there that does not have atmosphere. We will be going to the med bay here in a little bit. There she is. I parked her just out of the way in case I need to get another vehicle in here. But, there she is. Anyway, the texture has to do with this cargo ramp, and I am going to try to open it without dying here. I should be able to open it at quantum speed. And that is, it used to be that the doors that closed were solid material, and you only had this little window to look out of. Now the doors have been changed to glass. So this whole thing is now a glass elevator. A glass, not elevator, but a glass airlock. That's really nice. You can see if anyone's boarding you, so you know to get your weapons out or anything like that. So it used to be just this one little glass window here, and they changed the whole thing to glass. You can see all the components, the mechanics of the airlock and of the lift. So. Definitely don't want to be standing on that when it opens. There should almost be lights going off around the side, or a beeping alarm that says, hey, the lift is coming up, the doors are opening, stand clear. Okay, well, why don't we head back up to the bridge? We should be nearing Crusader. I'm not going to stop at the medical bay. This time I think we'll heal on our own. I think our health is already slowly going up. That is my dog in the background coming in, so I apologize if you hear the dog running in the background. She is super excited. So heading back up to the bridge. You know, when I first saw the 890 jump, the stairs did not appeal to me at first, but they've really grown on me. They've become really the centerpiece of the 890 in combination with the sculpture. There it is. We are quickly approaching Crusader. Let's get in the captain's seat here. Boy, we timed that perfectly. So you can get up in this ship and have some fun while you are sailing the expanse of the verse. Do some role playing or just enjoy the sights, take some screenshots. It's not exactly the most practical vessel at the moment, but you cannot deny that this is an extremely cool ship to fly. And really, we did not use too much hydrogen fuel. I have noticed that most hydrogen fuel often gets spent during the landing process on a planet or an area. It's not too bad in space because I often decouple the ship. But when you're in the gravity of a planet, that is not exactly possible to do. Boy, we are frozen up here. There we go. The first time I was here, I glitched out, but I was also here at nighttime, so I'm so glad that Orison is on the day side of the planet at this moment. know it's a ways down there, so I don't mind going a little faster. I know we're going to burn some hydrogen fuel going down. Now, what would happen if I decoupled the ship right now? That is now saving us, in my opinion, fuel, right? That should be saving us fuel. Engines don't appear to be on, so now we're almost, you could say, in a free fall, a controlled free fall. Just saving the hydrogen. We'll switch the engines back on around 20,000 meters and hope that that will be enough to slow our descent. You could make a game. Get out of your seat while free falling in the ship and run to the furthest point away and see if you can make it back. We're not going to play that today. Boy, there's the landing zone coming into sight. Orison starting to come into sight. Doesn't look like much from up here. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Star Trek. The Borg hub from Star Trek Voyager from those last couple episodes. It might be the very last episode of Star Trek Voyager. Janeway is bent on destroying the Borg hub. That's what that reminds me of. Yep. Those circles would be your trans-warp conduit entrances in Star Trek. I wonder if they got an idea from that at all. We're definitely getting closer. The engines are offline. We're saving fuel. That's just wonderful. People say the 890 is not economic. It's true, but it's a lot more economic than it used to be. It's not a horrible ship to fly. And especially if you, for me, I take the 600i out and do a couple of ENC missions, and usually one of those pays 25,000 alpha UEC, and two of those missions that fills up my hydrogen tank were generally what I have used. Tell you what, from this view compared to this view, yeah. Makes me a little bit more nervous about 20,000 meters, turning the engines on, thinking about maybe turning them on sooner. So, where exactly are we going? I'm not sure where the landing zone actually is, where the hub is. We should start looking for that. I'm assuming it's like one of these areas right in front of us. I guess we'll find out when we get closer. Close enough to hail the station. I think we should turn our engines on now. I really do. Let's get those engines fired up. Because we have to remember, we're not going down to the surface like I was thinking. Okay, we're doing good. Look at that. We are doing great. We're leveling off. Why don't we just cruise around and enjoy the views for a moment? We are still falling. Let's give us a little. So remember, if you need to get the ship pointed up, slow down the throttle. There we go. Activating cruise control because I do want to go forward at a nice, steady, and gentle speed. There we go. Boy, you would think that I was a professional captain of this wonderful luxury vessel. Maybe you don't. Our takeoff is pretty bad. Let's not forget that. So we're just I don't know if there's restrictions. I'm sure there is. There are restrictions. There is restrictions. So we're not going to get too terribly close. I don't know. Is this a place that you can visit? I mean, it sure looks like you can probably visit this section of Orison. It sure looks like it. Let's use the free look button to slow the ship down a wee bit. Have you guys ever seen this in this manner? I'm sure you've taken your own ships out and have done the same thing probably. This is definitely different from being here at nighttime. At nighttime, you had no opportunity to see this kind of a view. And what's up here? I don't know. So let's see if we can just kind of go over this here. I'm assuming that those stick-like structures are the tracks. I don't think we're going to collide with anything. So are these landing pads? Are these like the landing pads that would be on... Okay, so that's where you land your ships. Okay. That's neat. I did not realize that. That's why it allows us to get really close to these areas. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I know I am taking my time, everyone. If you want to fast forward a little bit, feel free to. Part of owning a luxury vessel is that it's relaxing. You just take your time and cruise the sights. That's all I'm doing. Seeing what there is. I'm not in a hurry. I talked about this during the 600i tour. If there's a person who owns an 890 jump or a VIP passenger, you're generally not in a hurry. Oh, there might be times when you're in a hurry. Are those moving above us? Are those ships? Now let's check that out. We don't want to get in their path, that's for sure. Part of owning a luxury vessel is taking it to unique places and just enjoying the scenery. How cool is that? Let's swoop down here for a nice pass. You know, a lot of the reason why people burn so much hydrogen fuel. Another landing area on top of that building. Can we squeeze through these buildings? Another reason why people burn so much fuel is they're in such a hurry on the 890s to get to where they're going. They do not take time, and I am becoming a little bit concerned here that we are not going to make it. Might be spiraling the ship on her side. Actually, I'm going to abort this. Give me some speed. Those engines can deliver when they need to. Wonderful. Well, I'm not going to every single platform. Maybe we'll go to one more. Maybe that one to the top right side of the ship. The landing structure must be scattered throughout the various islands of Orison. I guess that's what you would call those floating structures or islands. Okay, let's go top right here. Let's give me some speed just to climb a little bit. And we'll check out this last area up here. Yeah, it looks like there's a whole bunch of areas. So I don't know that you can go to all of this. Surely not. Surely this is kind of like ArcCorp where you can't go to everything. But maybe you can. I really don't know. I was here one time, like I told you, and I glitched out and it was nighttime. So just a bad experience altogether being here for the first time. So this second time is definitely much nicer. Okay, let's slow her down. Let's push the ship up a little bit. The Sega class platform. So those are called platforms. Okay. I was calling them islands. Platform. I bet you that might be an area where they... Okay, hey, that's... I'll stop. I was thinking they'd have us land our ship on that big pad, but I don't think that's going to work. I don't think we're landing on that pad, guys. Let's resume all ahead. Nice and easy, steady as she goes. Got some other landing pads here. Let's come port. To think that somebody could be standing down there and watching us go by. I wonder if anyone said anything in the chat. I have had people in the past say, who is in the 890 hovering over New Babbage? I've had that said before to me. It's always neat when people get excited about your ship. They also just might want to shoot it out of the sky too, so. Okay, let's get back in so I can control the ship a little better. I have a joystick, but it is not hooked up. I have troubles hooking it up because it takes away entirely my mouse. So when I'm on foot, I have to use the joystick, and I can't do it. I literally cannot do it. I don't know how to get the mouse to work in combination with the joystick. It is beyond my level of expertise. So maybe one of you might be technologically savvy and could help me out in the comments. Maybe there's a setting I need to change. How relaxing is this? This is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. Well, it's a big platform over there to the left. And I wonder that circular ring in the distance. We'll head over there. Is that a ship out there? Let me zoom in on this here. What is that? Looks like there might be another one over there. Are those ships, guys? I don't... They look like they might be ships. I don't know. I know our fuel warnings when they come on, it says that we're at 50%, which is okay. I'm okay with having 50% fuel. That can still get us a long way. I'm assuming that the main hangar is going to be over in one of these circular structures. They remind me a lot of the docking stations, they're called docking stations, but like Port Cressler that has the circular design. There's usually a little gap. It wouldn't surprise me if they used the same model. They just took the station out in the middle of it. So let's give a little speed here. Get across this expanse. We're at 37 minutes in the video. at least by my timer. I'm not wanting this to be a long video, but we haven't even gotten onto the ground yet. There's just so much to see.
50%.
Prestige class. Oh, I can believe it. It looks a lot nicer than the other platforms. This is where your 890 jump lands or docks to, the Prestige class platform. I'm sure it doesn't, but that's where I want it to dock to. There are some large landing pads, but I know that neither of those will fit the 890. I don't think that bottom one will. No, there's no way. There's no way that would fit the 890, right? The only bad thing about this view is my mouse gets out of control a little bit. Okay. Maybe. No, I don't think I can fit the 890. Let's just give us a little bit of altitude here. So can people walk on these? I mean, I'm assuming that they're not all accessible. You could probably land your ship and walk. Yeah, why wouldn't you be able to walk on these things? They'll probably have delivery missions, like, in New Babbage, some of the delivery missions require you to go to a tower that you would not normally be able to access, except for landing on the roof of that tower. So, see, this looks like something of prominence down here, like a place that you could probably go to. A central hub. Platform's name has changed, apparently. Different platform, I guess. What is that? Otima class platform? Okay. That is cool. Let's. I'll stop here. I'll stop. I have to get a good look at what's going on here. Come on, ship. Come to a stop. Okay. That was cool. I feel like if you were standing on the platform below that, you would have felt that heat from those engines that are stabilizing the platform. That was cool. You could even hear that a little bit when that kicked off. So cool. Look at that large spire down there. So is Orison, correct me if I'm wrong, but Orison is supposed to be like a shipyard, right? Like a manufacturer of ships? I mean, it's not a company. Yeah, maybe it's Orison. Okay. Let's watch out there. You went a little too fast. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research into the lore. Is Orison related in any way to Origin Jump Works? Because when you look at the elegance of the platforms, it really gives you that mindset that this is something special and unique. Well, why don't we request docking somehow, some way? Okay, we can't yet. Wonder why. I've just been touring around and looks like there's another ship down there of some sort. That looks like a player. Let's follow him. Take us right on down here. Okay, we found something. We definitely found something. Autopilot usually kills, so let's hope for the best, guys. Autopilot override. I swore I saw another ship fly through there, though. It was a smaller ship. Okay, we got control back. Let's not climb, not climb. Take cruise off. Let's just stay low so the autopilot does not kick in. At least they don't blow you up like they did for the longest time above Lorville. They would just blow your ship out of the sky. You're trying to dock your ship and you accidentally go 1 centimeter over the line, which is right next to the hangar bay, and you end up blowing yourself up. So we got the comms coming in saying request docking. So we found the main platform, so that's wonderful. Did that request go through? I don't see any arrows indicating where to go, so let's do that again. I didn't hear any audio either, so let's bring our ship to a stop.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay, there we go. Where is that arrow? I always have troubles finding the arrow that shows you where your landing bay is. At least they have one our size. Well, okay, there it is on the right side. They need to make that better, different color or something, I don't know. So let's make haste over here. Let's climb the ship right above this. I'm not getting any warnings that we're too close to anything. I'm making some haste because I don't want to lose. That was a little close, wasn't it? I don't want to lose our reservation for a landing. Not that it would matter. It's not like everyone in the world trying to land right now. So this structure that we're flying to does not appear to be connected to the structure that was just behind us. Wonder if there's like a flying transit that takes us, like a flying bus that they have at ArtCorp that might take us around. Okay, come on, let's climb. There we go, we're doing great. Oh, and our hydrogen fuel is rather low. So we will be refilling. I am going to have to do some missions to refuel the ship, which is perfectly fine. I expected this. I brought the 300i with us because I can take that and do some missions and earn some money. Which way here do we need to go? This way? Might be already lined up this way, yeah. So let's grab our gear down. Reduce speed. Slowly begin our descent. This is why you descend slow into the hangar bay. There used to be a horrible glitch that the doors would close on you before you got down. Remember what was it? Not Leveski. Lesky? Is it called Lesky? Remember, it's no longer in the game. They took it out. They'll be adding it back in the full version of the game. But you'd land at the hangar bays there in like a larger ship. I don't know if I had a carrot then or not. We are down all the way.
Thank you. And please visit again. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
You'd land and the doors would close on you and would chop your ship in half, essentially. So I don't know that I need a suit to go out of here or not. I'm gonna run down to the hangar bay and heal our character real fast in the med bay and also set a respawn point just in case we accidentally die while exiting the ship. This is another thing that they changed about the 890 jump are these elevators. If you notice, they turned slightly as they were going down an elevator shaft. They did not always do that. They used to be... I'm not worried about our health. I'm just worried about dying when I exit the ship. Okay. I suppose since we're down this level, we can just exit the ship via the lift back here. This giant lift just for us. And if something goes horribly wrong, we're going to try to get our suit on as quickly as possible. Hey, wait for me. I think we're okay. Wonderful. We'll send the lift back up here in just a second, so no one hijacks our 890. Always send your lifts back up or close your ramps. Always do that if you are a new player and you're watching this. You never know what NPC might really be a real person that's just standing there looking like a guard around the edge. I can't wait until hangars come into the game next year. But you're saying Swiftout, they're already in the game, you're in one. No, I'm talking about the hangars that come with the ships that you'll have access to. Hangars that will be essentially our own, that we can put our there's a name for it, but our items that we have in them, they will persist. It's pretty. It's pretty.
We're sorry.
Elevator.
You've exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
My golly, I barely even got out of the ship. That's something they need to fix. They need to extend the time. I understand why there is time limits, because there's only a finite number of slots in the stations, and when they have the integration with the servers, what's that called? You know what I'm talking about. I don't think I've been here. I must have came down and landed on one of those other platforms without requesting landing clearance last time, because I have not been here. This is nice.
Hey guys, SwiftOwl7 here. I just want to let you know that this concludes part 1 of our journey to Orison. Join us for part 2 as we explore this landing zone. This ended up being quite a long video, so I decided to break it up into 2 parts. You guys have a great day. Thank you for tuning in.